Hello, my guy. I am walking down the hill, Widcombe Hill. It is the evening. I've just finished my seminar, and it's going fine. I think my life currently. What did I just do? This weekend just been was Helen's birthday weekend, so she came down to Bath. We have to share my tiny single bed, which can be a bit of a pain, but it was nice. It highlights really how much of a student house my house is compared to hers. But I took Friday off because she'd taken Friday off, and we went to the Christmas market, and that was really nice. And we went to the spa, which was also really nice. And not sure what else we really did. We that evening, what were we doing? We had was that the Prees night? Sorry, I'm just trying to remember what was going on. Oh, did we have pie? I realise that this is not a particularly good place to be doing this. I always get a bit nervous when people walk down behind me and they're like, oh, what's he doing? And then they think, oh, he's talking to a friend on the phone. And then they see into the phone and it's my face, and they realise he's talking to himself. We had a pie, a steak and ale pie, which we bought from a shop, and it was really good. Saturday we saw Christian and Millie, who were down for Widcombe. We didn't go to Widcombe because we had we weren't competing and we didn't really care that much, but we were planning on going to see planning on going out in the evening afterwards with the others, but they didn't finish 11:30. In that time, before 11:30, we started watching The Goonies. Okay, and I've always heard of The Goonies. It's always been a big thing I've heard about as this big film, this sort of very cult following film. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. I assume you have. And it was atrocious. Honestly, we stopped watching. It was that bad. It was like Steven Spielberg directs it. And honestly, it was so bad we stopped watching. It's so noisy. Basically, it's about a bunch of kids who go on this who find a treasure map and go on a hunt for treasure. And honestly, the direction must have just been, okay, you kids, please will you scream and shout over each other. Sorry about this. Please will you scream and shout over each other for 2 hours. Please will you just do that for me? Will you just make noises like ferrets, loud ferrets on screen at all times? Honestly, it was terrible. But people love it. I think it was made in the 80s, and I think that people who saw it then enjoyed it. People who saw it then when they were kids enjoyed it. But honestly, oh man, it was so bad. It was painful. It was actually painful. So we stopped and watched Blue Planet instead. But we watched the original Blue Planet, the one that was in 2001, so the first one, not Blue Planet 2 or anything. And the quality of the filming is way worse from I know this isn't surprising, but it's way worse from 2001 than it is now. You compare it to Planet Earth 2 that we just had, and you compare that to Blue Planet from 2001. And it's almost unenjoyable. It's every shot they do, you want them to do a different shot. You want them to do another better shot, because that's in 2001 they just didn't have as good equipment and team and techniques and all of this for videoing wildlife. But it was good because I had David Attenborough talking over it, so that was nice. What else have I been up to before I talk about how much I enjoyed your video? Well, we segued into it. Enjoyed your last video. It was the first video we had where you were in Canada, and you seemed like you were doing fine, and that is what I hoped for. I know that you said that you were up and down, and that is to be expected. and like you caught yourself in an up phase and you did the video, but it seems like it was going well and you seemed happy, and that's what I wanted. So I'm glad that's the case. Obviously, if you are sad and you make a video about being sad, I also want that so I can see and like try and understand and know where you're at. But it was nice to receive a happy one. Good length too, solid length, good updating skills. I got the first ending of Hollow Knight. Good. I'm so into it again. Like, I'm so into it again. Yeah, and you were saying like it's the best, one of your favorite games ever. I'm like, I understand now. It's so good. I took a step out from it for a while, but I got back into it. I got the first ending. I'm so intrigued by the story of this game and like why everything has happened and what everything is, and I don't really understand it yet. I feel like I need to do more like searching and lore hunting and all of that. But yeah, it's wicked. But I've kind of, this is not going to be interesting for future us or anyone else watching this, but I want to talk to you about my loadout for various fights. I've got a boss fight loadout that's just definitely the best, as far as I can tell, and that's like once you get the ability to, once your dash like goes through enemies rather than, and you don't take damage, then you take that one. Well, that one's automatic. Okay, so then what you do is you take like the one which the mark of pride, which makes your nail longer, so you hit from further away. You take quick slash, which increases the speed at which you slash, and you take the there's a one where your dash hurts the enemies. Okay, and with that combo, like you just you can deal out so much damage so fast. Like with the quick slash, like they like load it out, and every time the opponent tries to hit you, just dash right through them, and then you start hitting them from behind, and you dash through them again, and they take damage when you dash through them, and it's worked an absolute treat. I beat the Hollow Knight for like pretty handily in a very short amount of time compared to some of the previous boss battles. But it wasn't that difficult. Anyway, Hollow Knight's good. I just like to give you an update. I'm sure that future us will, like other people watching, just maybe not appreciate that, but I'm sure you do. So now I'm going on to try and find some more endings, because like you're right, there's loads of stuff I haven't got. So let's carry on. Anything else going down? We're almost at the end of the semester, really. I've only got 3 more weeks. I've got a whole lot of coursework to do, and I'm trying to do it. I'm losing the will to coursework, but I have so much more to do, so I just kind of have to keep my head in the game as long as I can. I think that's the extent of what's going on here. Anything else? No. Cool. Yeah, looking forward to speaking to you properly soon. I should probably just like talk to you in real time and find out how you're doing. Sorry I haven't done that in sort of the last week. I've just been I've just not been very good for it. I've been doing a lot of working, and if I've not been working, I've sort of been actively like avoiding thinking about anything. But yeah, I will catch you on the flip side. I'm now at the bottom. You can see where I am. There's co-op. Roundabout. That's where I am. I'll catch you on the flip side. Stay old.